Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will draw the histological section of parotid gland. Now here you can see the histological section of parotid gland. So these are the fibrous septa which are dividing the glands into smaller parts known as lobules. This is one lobule surrounded by the fibrous septa. And in fibrous septa you can see the blood vessels and the interlobular ducts. Now in order to draw the lobule of the parotid gland, you can see the structures. The serous acini, you can see the serous acini, the striated ducts and the intercalated duct and some of the fat and the connective tissue stroma in between. So in order to draw the histological section of the parotid, you have to draw the serous acini very closely. Like that, serous acini very closely. Okay, draw some of the striated ducts, serous acini very close. They should be very close because they have very little extracellular matrix, very little connective tissue stroma. So this is the intercalated duct I am drawing. Okay, so this is the section of the lobule, and to draw the septa, first of all we will draw the blood vessels in it and a duct. Okay, so this is the fibrous septa. These are the fibers of the fibrous septa I am drawing. Okay, now this is the fibrous septa, and this is the section of the lobule containing the serous acini, striated duct, intercalated duct. So you can draw more of it, and another striated duct. Okay, so please try to draw a small diagram so that you can complete it within the given time. Okay, now we will complete one serous acini. As you know, serous acini, they are lined by pyramidal cells. They have small lumen. These are the pyramidal cells and have got small lumen in them. Okay, so we will draw the nuclei. The nuclei of the serous acini are spherical and they are located in the basal region. And the apical region, it contains the granules containing the enzymes. The basal region of the cells will be staining basophilic stain, will be taking basophilic stain because of presence of rough endoplasmic reticulum and free ribosomes in this area. The apical region will contain the eosinophilic granules, while basal region will contain the basophilic stain due to presence of. And last but not the least, the myoepithelial cells. They are located between the basement membrane of the cells and the cell membrane, basement membrane and cell membrane of the serous cells. So this is how you will make one serous acini. Now we will draw the striated duct. So striated duct is lined by columnar epithelium. The cells, the nuclei, they are located in the apical region of the cells because of the basal striations, presence of basal striations. So now we are making the basal striations in the basal regions of the cell. So the function of the striated ducts is to reabsorb the sodium and chloride and secrete potassium. So there is an exchange of ions in these cells, and for this the basal membrane is folded to increase the surface area for the ion exchange, and there are abundant mitochondria in the basal regions for the energy production for ion transport. So this is how the serous acini looks like, and this is how the striated duct looks like. Now we will draw the intercalated duct epithelium. It is lined by cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium, and cytoplasm is it is lightly stained and lined by cuboidal epithelium. So now I will fill this serous acini as well as this striated duct, this intercalated duct, and I will form the nuclei of the nuclei in the septa, connective tissue. These are the nuclei of the fibroblast and other cells, and nuclei of the endothelium of the vessels, and the interlobular duct, epithelium of the interlobular duct. Now this is the histological section I have drawn. These are the serous acini, and these are the two striated ducts, the intercalated duct, the connective tissue in between, and the cells of the connective tissue, their nuclei, the myoepithelial cells outside the serous acini, between their cell membrane and the basement membrane, and these are the adipocytes, some of the adipocytes shown here, and this is the interlobular duct, blood vessels, arterioles and venules. So important questions regarding the parotid gland is that it is purely serous gland. The serous acini have got pyramidal shaped cells with spherical nuclei near their bases, and the apical part of the cells, they contain various zymogen granules which contain the enzymes, the amylase enzymes, and these granules, they stain eosinophilic. You can see here the apical surfaces are staining eosinophilic, and basal surface of these serous acini are staining basic stain. They have taken basic stain, that is the hemotoxylin, that is the purple stain, because of presence of rough endoplasmic reticulum and the ribosomes. So these ribosomes are the ribonucleic acids, and they are acidic structure, and they take basic stain. So striated duct, why the ducts are striated? Because they have got basal infoldings of the cell membrane to increase the surface area for the ion transport. Also due to movement of the mitochondria in these basal parts of the cell, these basal parts, they show striated pattern. And the connective tissue, septa, you can see the blood vessels and the interlobular duct here. Now the serous secretions are produced from here. Serous acini, the enzymes are produced by the serous acini by the release of the granules. Now where does these IgA come from in the parotid gland? What cell secrete these IgA antibodies? The plasma cells present in the connective tissue, they secrete the IgA antibodies. Okay, so this is all for the parotid gland. So you will draw a section of parotid gland like this. I will show you again like this.